Alright guys, so we're working on removing this 6-bolt transaxle from the 65 Beetle here this morning. Shot another video and then realized everything was out of frame, so I'm hoping that the camera will pick this up. Let's see if I can get this to stagger the way I want it to. We'll see what we got there. Let's see. Damn thing. There we go. So 6-volt transmission, 65. Of course, folks know Volkswagen didn't. You could option it in 66. I think you'd actually option it in 65. But 67 was the first year for 12-volt in Beetles and split buses. We doing a 12-volt conversion on the 65. You don't typically have to change the transmission when you do that conversion. You can actually clearance out, or if you run a 180 millimeter flywheel on your engine, you won't have that issue. We're pulling this box, a little bit of metallic bits on the drain plug. It's a big oily mess. We've got a fresh 1776 big valve engine that we've assembled with Engel 100 cam. I wanted to put a fresh box in there, and doing so, the light tried to get me, didn't it? In doing so, allows us to, my buddy Matt went ahead and hooked us up. We got a welded 3rd and 4th gear and our new transmission. What we're doing here is we're pulling this original box out. We got the backing plates off, the brakes, rear brakes were removed. You can see there, here. Transmission here. Client decided about halfway, let's go ahead and do this. So there's a few things I got to rob that I've already replaced on here. The carrier mounts here, the grounding strap. But things to remove, of course, are going to be the forwardmost transmission mount. We've got that bolted loose. We've got the 3 bolts on the driver and passenger side to remove the exterior outer portion of the swing arms here. We're going to be transferring these swing arms onto our new transmission. We've got the shims / gaskets for the new boots and for the swing arms to attach to our new transmission. But rear coupler from the shift rod has to be disconnected. The frontmost transmission mount needs to be disconnected. The grounding strap for the transmission, the chassis disconnected. Any electrical that you may have going to the existing starter on the existing transmission needs to be disconnected. Brakes are removed, left and right, driver and passenger, as you see. Backing plates removed. Shocks, lower portion of the shocks have been separated from the towers, on the bottom towers on the swing arms. What else? Parking cables, I've replaced these. We did a complete brake job on this car. You don't do like I'm doing here. Make sure you have these tied up. Trying to think what else. 27 millimeter, the 2 bolts that make the carrier bracket to the chassis horn. Disconnect those guys. This transmission's just sitting here, really just documenting this to show you what I got going on. That's just the external regulator for the generator that was there. 12-volt conversion. We're putting an alternator, or we have an alternator on our new 1776. So got to clean up some of this wiring. The engine bay's been hit, cleaned up, got new sound deadening in there. This is a really nice car, 2-owner out of Kansas. I don't remember exactly where she bought it originally, but I know that she bought this 65 in 71 for about 800 bucks. This lady's had it for a long time, and she's her ex-husband actually is going to be the new caretaker for this car. Beautiful car, black on red, original black car. We've completely redone the upholstery inside. This car has had not the door jambs, but the exterior has been resprayed. There's some blemishes that I'm hoping Buddy Josh can outline and really bring this car back to a more a cleaner driver status. Yeah, removing this 6-volt transmission. Don't know if I'll be able to capture it on camera. I got to get my ATV jack. We're going to drop the lift down here. I kind of manhandle these transmissions. Not too bad when it's just the box. Swing arms are a little different just because they're awkward and you have a little bit more weight on the outsides. So that may cause me some fuss. But we're going to crawl out from underneath here, get the lift, drop the lift, get my jack. We're going to kind of space it to where I can kind of slide this bad boy off. And oh, don't forget to disconnect your clutch cable with your from the transmission. That'll hang you up. But yeah, new gasket, new shims, new boots. We have new outer wheel bearings for when we transfer these swing arms to the new box. Trying to do this one time and let the gentleman enjoy it for decades to come. Not much more to say. Looking forward to getting this car back together. We still have to do the camshaft burn on the 1776. It's going to scoot this little car. Matt, like I said, welded third and fourth. Stock gear ratio. We didn't do a freeway flyer because it can be a little hilly in parts of Missouri. Went with the stock carb. Tim at Volk Bits actually rejet and drilled Venturi for the 1776. Not necessarily for the displacement, more so for the cam and the valves. Don't want to have the client investing money into the cylinder heads, valves, and the camshaft, and then restricted by carbs. But I wanted that simplicity and that usability of having that single carb with the electric choke, cold mornings, stuff like that, so he can do his thing and enjoy the car as he intends to. So that's about all I have to jabber about this morning. Really excited about this car. I love projects like this. Great cars. You can tell when cars have had less owners. So we're gonna get this oily transmission out of here. We have a beautiful box. It's been painted. Matt did a terrific job, and enjoy doing business with him. So get this thing out of here. Next time you see it, it'll have the 12-volt box in it, new starter. It'll look clean, not quite like this. It'll be a little different. So appreciate you guys tuning in. This will be getting thrown up on YouTube. So what's up, YouTube? Appreciate you guys subscribing. It's odd that people actually want to tag along and see what I'm doing here. So that's kind of cool. I appreciate that, and appreciate the commentary and the feedback, and hope some of this stuff makes sense and gives insight to guys that may be having a car in the carport garage or something like that, and looking for insight rather than reading the Haynes or Bentley, which you should most certainly do and purchase. But it helps sometimes to actually physically see what is being removed, what is being discussed, verbiage, terminology, stuff like that. I try to use the proper names and pronunciation and verbiage and stuff for components, but in a layman's sense, because I'm self-taught. This isn't hard to go to school today in 2023 for working on cars that were built in the 60s and 70s. But anyway, appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you on the road, in the shop. Who knows, man? Hope you guys are doing well. Be good to yourself and be good to others, and listen to some good music. We'll see you out there. Be good.